Hello, class. I wanted to take a moment and speak with you about the discussion board portion of our course. Now, you should know that the discussion board is an important part of the grade. It's 20% of the final grade. And I just finished grading our past week's discussion board questions, and I wanted to remind you to go back and look at the discussion board. Read what I responded to your post, read how I responded to a classmate's posts, because this is going to help you understand the text better and develop a better understanding of the ideas that we're discussing. So in the future, the discussion board is a place that you could also use as a study guide. If you're preparing for a quiz or for a midterm or final test, go back and read the discussion board. Read your answers, read your classmates' answers, and my comments about either one, because all of it will help you better understand the text that we're studying. So as you're working on your discussion board questions, you want to remember to use proper grammar. This is an English class. I'm grading you on your use of standard, correct English. So go back and proofread. Make sure that there's no spelling errors or capitalization errors. Check your grammar. Make sure there's no run-on sentences or incorrect verb tenses. Remember, that's going to be part of your discussion board grade if you have bad grammar. It's going to affect your grade negatively. So in addition to remembering to proofread before you hit submit, also remember to answer all of the questions. The questions usually contain several actual questions, and so they're meant to guide your answer and to enrich your answer. So make sure you address every single part of the question, every single sub-question there, because that's going to give you a better grade. Now, let me explain to you how I tally up the grades for this discussion board. Remember, I will be tallying up the grades 2 times this semester, once for the midterm and once for the final. And so the way I do it is for each week, there is sometimes 1, 2, or 3 groups of discussion board questions. And so we have, say, a group of questions about Confucius, and then a group of questions about Lao Tzu for 1 week. And then 1 week we'll have a group of questions about Sophocles, etc. And so for each of those groups of questions, I read all of your answers and I grade your performance using a scale of 0 to 5. So 5 is an A. That's an excellent answer. All of the questions were addressed. The grammar was excellent and it was thoughtful. A 0 on the other end of the scale, that means you didn't even do it. And so if you answer some of the questions, then your grade for that portion will be between 1 and 3. If you answer all of the questions, then you're getting into 4, 5 territory. Remember, 5 being an excellent answer. So please keep that in mind. If you don't do the discussion board questions, you will get a 0 for that, and that's 20% of your grade. The discussion board is where a lot of the learning will take place. It's a time for you to kind of stretch your brain muscles and try to answer these difficult questions. These questions ask you to read closely and also to articulate your ideas about the text. And so this is all a very important exercise that is going to help your reading skills, your writing skills, and your critical thinking skills. So remember that the discussion board is where we get to interact. Everything else is a asynchronous quiz assignment. The discussion board is where you can ask me questions and I am there to answer them and to provide some feedback on your work. So please don't forget to visit the discussion board at least once a week, preferably more than once, because it might take you a little longer to answer all of the questions well. And I'll see you there on the discussion board.